in their nickel defense. And speaking about Philadelphia's defense, here they are. Javon Curse, their chief pass rushers. N.D. Kalu healthy again. Jeremiah Trotter back in the lineup after being ejected before the Falcon game last week, and an outstanding secondary.
One of the reasons Atlanta led the league in rushing last year. Of course, Vic accounted for more than 900 of those yards. Play action. And then it is intercepted at the 18-yard line by Brian Dawkins. Great read by Dawkins, cutting inside after Vic wants some time off the play fake. He looked for Crumpler, but Dawkins, knowing Vic is going to look for Crumpler a lot, was able to read it just perfectly.
Yeah, they were in a formation where they had two tight ends.
In Philadelphia holding their collective breath right now, with McNabb wincing on the sideline. First down, Atlanta at the 34-yard line. And Dunn can't get out of the backfield. Mike Labinjo, and he's the guy who's going to see a lot of action tonight, along with Patterson.
Inside him, and every time I see Warrick Dunn run, I'm impressed with him. You never see him get hit squarely.
From the 24-yard line. Dunn again, that time he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Dunn was with Tampa Bay. You've got Rich McKay.
Second runner better be a quarterback, or it's not going to happen.
Third down and 8 from the 26-yard line. Hit as he throws, and it appears to be a live ball. Darwin Walker has come up with it for Philadelphia, and he will rumble to the 47-yard line. It was Walker who also started it by contacting Vic as he threw it. And there was no signal that it was an incomplete pass. It's going to be ruled as a fumble pending our look.
He lost control of it, didn't it?
Wouldn't have counted, but alertly the Falcons get up to the line of scrimmage. So on second down and 5, Vic on the run, and Vic gets taken down and it loses the ball out of bounds. Michael Lewis and N.D. Kalu were both there.
And that's N.D. Kalu's play. That's the thing that the Eagles worried about the most, was Mike Vick running to his left, their right, and Kalu is the guy that had to keep leverage on it. And here's N.D. Kalu. He's the outside guy. You'll see him right here. Now, when he starts out, he has to flatten down. Don't get up the field. Flatten down and get him. Because a lot of times you don't want to get up the field where you run by him. You want to hold the point so that you can flatten out and go down the line like N.D. Kalu did.
Under 3 minutes remaining in the half. It's third down and 9. Vic out of the shotgun. Pressure on from up the middle and from the outside. And 4 Eagles burst through, including Brian Dawkins. They had him from his left, they had him from his right, they had him right up the middle.
And you know, that's what Jim Johnson is going to do. You know, you get a few things and he says what I have to do. Here's Brian Dawkins. He's right up here in the line of scrimmage. He's an edge pass rusher. And you see that the Falcons couldn't get out there and get a man on him, so he got a free shot at Michael Vick. But Jim Johnson is going to dial up those blitzes, you know, because he said part of it is we have to put pressure on Michael Vick, and the other part of it
for Michael.
I'll tell you, he had one big play outside the hash, and that was that quarterback sweep for a touchdown.
And they give it to Dunn, so they get conservative with Crumpler out. Tough crowd. I mean, the team has the lead and
stand up and grab.
Second and goal. Dunn is back on the bench, but not in the game. And Vic lofts it up, and Algie Crumpler, for the moment, had position on Dawkins, but Dawkins is there to help break it up.
You know, that's the thing that you always learn. You know, they'll say a big guy against a small guy. The smaller guy doesn't have the chance, but you have a chance when the ball goes up, and you also have another chance right there when the ball comes down. You know, when the guy has to bring it down into his body, you still have a chance to knock it out, just like Brian Dawkins did there.
Dawkins, great adjustment, reaches around, right hand, breaks it up, saves a touchdown. Third down and goal at the 15-yard line. With a blitz, he fumbles the ball. And at the 20-yard line, the Eagles have it, and that's Brian Dawkins, who just made a touchdown-saving play, who blitzed that time and forced the fumble. Well, I'll say that IV worked.
I know. You know when you play a Jim Johnson defense and you get in the red zone, you're going to get the blitz. And it's going to be one of the safeties, and more than likely it's going to be Brian Dawkins, and here he comes.
Let's go in for that IV, John. Michael Lewis with a recovery.
Rookie Frank Gore, the second-round pick from Miami, now in the backfield on 1st down and 10. The designed rollout, and Rattay going the other way, and the pass is intercepted by Dhani Jones. Frank Gore, the running back, downfield, and Dhani Jones with him all the way picks it off, and the Eagles get it back.
Those freak things, or with the distractions in the offseason affecting you more than people, or more than you wanted to let on. And there we go again. It doesn't seem to be the case.
Lito Shepherd, and he may get in there, but he is knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line by Jeremy Newberry. A 34-yard interception return by Lito Shepherd. 49ers need 4 yards. This is the first time that the 49ers have gotten into Eagle territory this afternoon. And Rattay's pass, and it's picked off at the 40-yard line as the receiver slipped. And bringing the ball back to the 44-yard line is Brian Gardner. Check that. Roderick Hood. Roderick Hood on the interception.
That's the ultimate tragedy in life and in professional sports, to lose a member of your family, lose a teammate. And, you know, I tell you what a class organization, the way the 49ers handled it. Their first priority was Thomas Harrian's family.
Rattay goes down, sacked by Darwin Walker, and a loss of 9 on the play.
Very difficult to string together these multiple play drives and get down the field and get points.
First down, and Rattay goes down. Lito Shepherd on the cornerback blitz coming in.
Close third quarter.
That is getting close. They need more time. Start of the 4th. Rattay gets hit from behind and will ruled down by contact. Andy Kalu with forcing the fumble and
showing a blitz.
Jordan, a couple of catches already and a touchdown. Very proud of his pass receiving ability. And that's Porter caught in the backfield on the flanker reverse. Jerry Porter hit by Hollis Thomas. 7-0 here in the St. Louis Rams. 22 yards on that catch by Moss. First down at the 29. Give it to Lamont Jordan. Tracked in the backfield. Can't get free. And now swarmed as N.D. Kalu in the second wave makes the tackle.
One thing about Shannon, he doesn't throw marshmallows at anybody.
No.
He tosses bricks.
3rd down and 10, and Collins hoping he doesn't toss a brick. He'll be under pressure. No, they only send 4 this time. He steps up with a lot of time, fumbles the ball. 2 Eagles outfought each other and knocked it away, and
it might be a Raider that got it, though. Somebody came sliding back up, and it is. Was that ball tipped? I think Tyler Brayton actually might have gotten a hand on that ball.
On first down, the toss to Jordan. Tackled in the backfield for a 6-yard loss. Jeremiah Trotter.
Well, perfectly read by Jeremiah Trotter. And that's a middle linebacker's job. If he sees a hole, away he goes. I think he realized what a hard head I am.
2nd and 7. Jordan hit in the backfield by Dhani Jones. Jones had that one.
Well done by big Courtney Anderson.
His 4th catch, as you could see, for 82 yards. Now it's Jordan and a flag. Gosh, we've gone a couple, 3 plays without a penalty. Moss is on the right side. First down at the 19. Lamont Jordan. He is smothered. No gain. Jones and Trotter, 2 linebackers.
To get Marshall Faulk there in St. Louis. On 2nd down and 7, Holmes finally goes nowhere.
picked up nothing, and Dhani Jones was there for Philadelphia.
Well, I don't know that Philadelphia defensively is really accustomed to this. I mean, they're usually the big boys on the block, and they're the ones who take it to an offense, particularly early in a game. And they're not. I know in the first game against Atlanta, there was a lot of running yards. A lot of those yards came from Michael Vick, but they're not accustomed to people coming in and just beating them up like the Kansas City Chiefs are so far.
They're down and 7. Green's going to dump it off for Holmes, and Priest Holmes goes nowhere. Brought down by Javon Curse, a loss of 2. And Philadelphia. Larry Johnson falls out. Philadelphia needs a turnover, and they get it. Larry Johnson lost it. Javon Curse is the man who hit Larry Johnson. The ball popped out, and Sam Rayburn gets on top of it. They're not going to score any more points on us today. They did on a kick return, but not on this defense. It's a first down for Kansas City after that reverse, and Priest Holmes loses a yard. Mike Patterson, the rookie, on the stop. The dangerous Dante Hall has already returned 1 for a touchdown today, waiting for this off the foot of France from outside the 10. Gets to the 25 and lost the ball. And Philadelphia has it. Came out of that pile with a football, and with 11.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Philadelphia has it up 3, and the ball is at the Kansas City 25.
Well, Philadelphia was able to get a hand on Dante, perfectly thrown. A better throw there. They get more out of that play.
On first down, Green pulls it back in and goes down. Patterson was in there. Dawkins, the safety, was coming on a blitz. He was a part of it. And a loss of 3. Just so you know, we saw Paul Grasmanis leave earlier. He left with an Achilles injury. So he is out for the rest of the day, and Jim Johnson has dialed up that defense after a slow start.
Well, Jim Johnson, I mean, true to form, anytime in offense, particularly in a close ball game when you have to make a play, whenever an offense starts moving the ball, he's going to bring pressure. He is not a coach that's afraid to gamble and bring people to get after the quarterback.
We saw a shot of 10-time Pro Bowler Willie Roaf for the Chiefs miss. This pass is tipped and picked off by Brown. His second of the day. And Sheldon Brown will go down at the Kansas City 40. Eddie Kennison, the intended receiver. It's an interception and a 19-yard return by Sheldon Brown. And it's 4th and goal. Spears at fullback. Jones doesn't get there. So the Cowboys pass up a chance at a chip shot 3 points. They go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And Semino and Keontae Marshall, the newcomer, are there to make the stop for the Eagles. How about 61 plays of offense? Keyshawn Johnson, the ball comes free. It ends up in the arms of Sheldon Brown. The big hit, Brown the other way for a touchdown, and Philadelphia wondering if that will get them back in this game.
LaDainian Tomlinson trying to break the tie with Lenny Moore and score a touchdown in his 19th consecutive NFL game. He gets the toss and runs into nothing but Midnight Green and a loss of 3. Sheldon Brown up from the corner and Jeremiah Trotter as well. Starting center Nick Hardwick is out for the Chargers, an ankle. He's replaced by Bob Hallen, a universally underrated Charger offensive line and candidate for NFL Player of the Year. LaDainian Tomlinson is a TD machine. Second and long. And Breeze flips it out to Tomlinson, and they're all over Tomlinson. Another loss. Michael Lewis, the safety, up to nail him at the 20-yard line. 5 more. Network CBS. Fans on their feet trying to help their defense here in Philadelphia as Breeze barks him out, hands off to Tomlinson. Tackled for another loss. Keith Adams with a hit. Tomlinson 3 carries for a -11. Hand off to Lorenzo Neal, the fullback, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jeremiah Trotter. And what a start on the defensive side of the ball by the Eagles. Caldwell. Positive play for San Diego, 43 yards. Now it's Tomlinson. Tries to stop and cut. Nothing there. N.D. Kalu, the defensive end, makes the tackle. Back to Breeze. That completed
return was much anticipated, to say the least.
First down, Breeze on the throw to McCardell. He throws incomplete right into the arms of the Eagles' Lito Shepard. And Shepard still on his feet. Now he picks up blockers and finally tackled at the 25-yard line.
Well, Javon Curse ended up being right in the face of Drew Brees. That's where things started to go wrong for San Diego.
Breeze is 5 for 15, 33%. Tomlinson in the minus pool rushing, and Gates hasn't caught a pass. The 3 stars for the Chargers. And here's Tomlinson, snuffed again. Snuffed and stuffed.
There is the 64-year-old Jim Johnson, and what a defensive mind he has. And give him a couple weeks to work on a game plan. You know it's going to be effective.
Gates and Peel, 2 tight ends on 3rd down and 8. Here comes the blitz. Blind side on Breeze. Down he goes. As Sheldon Brown on the corner blitz. Untouched. A free shot at Breeze. TD 64. And yet he has been totally shut out by this defensive scheme of Jim Johnson of the Eagles. The Chargers just unable to do anything. And here he is, jammed again. Loss of a yard as Donnie Jones, the linebacker, in there first.
Well, N.D. Kalu was in the backfield, and he made LaDainian Tomlinson stop all forward. 4.9 yards a carry. And today, if it doesn't get better, he's going to leave here with fewer yards than he arrived.
2nd and 8. Breeze smothered by Jeremiah Trotter. That middle linebacker playing right up on the line of scrimmage and walked his way into a sack.
Well, all protection for the offense
of Philadelphia, where the Chargers are on the Eagles' 6-yard line with a 14-10 lead. This after an interception by Jamar Fletcher. It's 2nd and goal. Breeze hit from behind, and down he goes as Javon Curse has the sack. The 3rd sack by this blitzing Eagle team. Completed only 33% of his passes the first half. Tomlinson, well, he has drawn a crowd of green jerseys on every carry.
The organization, they're the only people that know when I make those great decisions. And it's one of the reasons he went from the 29th rated quarterback in 2003 to number 3 last year.
As he throws, and it's intercepted by Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter. But he was in the right place at the right time. The defensive charge of Mark Semino forced Breeze to throw out a flop.
But they were in motion when they did it. Thus a runoff.
It would have been a cinch field goal, and the score then would be 17-16. Tomlinson, boy, runs into another stone wall. Keith Adams filling the gap.
This Eagle defense, when they are making tackles, their shoulders are square. They are driving upfield.
Yard field goal here in the 4th at 17-13. Another 40-yard attempt. And it's blocked. And picked up. This could go all the way. Matt Ware, touchdown. Rookie from UCLA, Matt Ware, picks it up on the bounce and streaks for the go-ahead score. Here's a case where the Chargers would be happy with a 7 or 8 yard gain, not a touchdown. There it is. It's complete. And breaking at the 25, the 20 goes Caldwell.
He dropped the ball.
He fumbled the ball at the 17. Are they going to call it a fumble? If it is, Eagles have it. Oh, my. Sheldon Brown ripped it loose from Caldwell. And it's recovered by Darwin Walker, the big nose tackle.
And all Marty Schottenheimer can hope for now is that Caldwell was on the ground when the ball came out. It looked like he was not. We're going to take a good close look at this. What a move. It was an all-out Eagles blitz. The Chargers beat it. And that ball is stripped and coming out well before he hits.
I don't know. I don't think that was very physical. I don't think that was physical enough to get a penalty.
Nope. They're going to run the end around here, and it's smelled out perfectly as Terry Glenn gets taken down by the freak, Javon Curse. Big play for Curse, and it results in a 10-yard loss.
And then he rode him back, and then he touched him beyond the 5 yards.
8 penalties against the Eagles, none against the Cowboys, and that's picked off. Bledsoe was under pressure, and there's Lito Shepherd. The opportunist, Lito Shepherd, takes it to the 14-yard line. Jeremiah Trotter got to Bledsoe as he released it. Big play for Philadelphia as they try to cash in there.
Sometimes it just tightens up, and sometimes it's a little looser, but tonight all those things that he said are tough to do, he's done in this first half.
Now Bledsoe. And he's going to be under pressure again and sacked. Charging in was number 58, Trent Cole, a rookie out of Cincinnati, who's going to see some playing time now because Andy Kalu is hurt and inactive tonight.
Yeah, they were in those over there. You got guys over there, but those guys have to win their battles on the power side.
2nd and 8 from the 48-yard line. Under pressure is Bledsoe, and he goes down, and that's Trent Cole. Again, the rookie getting to play tonight in the absence of the injured Andy Kalu, the rookie from Cincinnati, a 5th-round pick.
5.6 seconds, and again, he tried to creep up into the middle of the pocket, and there's very, very little creeping room up in there.
Blitz. And it's Trotter who comes in and takes care of Jones. And again, Dallas with no rushing offense.
It's on Amani Toomer, if you ask me. Sheldon Brown was in good position on the play to defense it.
Eagles change up their defensive call after showing the blitz too early. Kurtz coming, and the pass ends up in the hands of McKenzie.
Boy, every lineman dreams of getting the ball like that, don't they? Oh, my gosh. I mean, Javon Curse just comes flying off the edge, and he's working against McKenzie, and that's why McKenzie was trailing him. Gets the hit on Eli Manning. The ball pops up perfectly, and McKenzie takes off, and he tries to get some yards. Generally, these offensive linemen, coaches will tell them, hey, if you get the ball, go to the ground, because the first thing that happens, they're going to get tackled, and generally the ball comes loose. Good job of hanging on to it, but not a good job of blocking and giving up the hit by Javon Curse.
Yeah, McKenzie gave it up as Curse blew by him and then is able to get at least in a position to get that loose ball, and looked like that would have been a fumble. Now Barber is brought down the backfield by Cole, who's starting to make his presence felt on this Philly defense with a record of 6-3, taking on the 4-5 Eagles. Good field position to start this possession. From Manning. He's in trouble, and down goes Manning, and out comes the ball. Cole couldn't pick it up. Cole gets knocked to the ground, and the Giants are able to get back on top of it with Tiki Barber recovering it. Trent Cole, instead of falling on the football, tried to pick it up and run with it, didn't get it. Curse is slow to get up, and then Cole was knocked to the ground in his effort to try to get back to the football, and Barber was there to fall on it for the Giants.
Well, they're trying to get a shot down the field to Plexico Burris, and he's double teamed there by Lito Shepherd along with Brian Dawkins, and Eli starts to look back to the left there to Amani Toomer, and there was just nowhere for him to go with the football, and he ran into a pile of green shirts, and then the ball comes out, and I'm not sure exactly what happened to Javon Curse, but he went down.
Now it's 2nd down and 34. And the handoff is to Ward. And Derek Ward goes backward and loses a yard. And this crowd is booing, and I don't blame them because they're coming off a week against Minnesota where the offense moved the ball but turned it over 5 times, and they missed what was sitting there as a victory against the Vikings. Now they come out, and the Philadelphia story is one thing with everything going on with the Eagles, but this offense is not doing anything.
Well, the attention all week nationally has been what the Eagles have been having to deal with, but I know in talking with Tom Coughlin, he said that this has been a very difficult week, and even on Wednesday, this team had still not gotten over the loss to Minnesota, and the way they're playing today doesn't look like they're over it now.
More pressure on Manning, and down he goes, and it's Cole yet again. Darwin Walker, Trent Cole. Cole gets the sack, and a loss of 7 to bring up 4th down for the Giants.
Saved their last time out for the field goal team if they get in position, but they're not going to get into position if they don't speed it up.
Only 10 seconds left. Manning in trouble. Down he goes. That catch by Barber when he reached behind him was his 500th injury today to his chest. Bob Whitfield is in at left tackle, and running left is Barber, and he loses yardage. Dhani Jones, a former Giant. Jeremiah Trotter has been impressive in this second half against a good defense. Barber running right. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Javon Curse on the tackle for the Eagles. The back-breaking touchdown for the Giants today against the Eagles. That 61-yarder. Second down and 10. They're going to throw it. Manning is forced to keep it. And he slides down back at the line of scrimmage. Lost a couple of inches. Trent Cole forced
able to reach in and yank it out.
It's Gatto, and it's nothing for Gatto. Lost a yard, where he's brought down by Michael Lewis. Second time he's returned a kick. Takes it from about the 7. Lee lost the football, and the Philadelphia Eagles fight for it. It looked like they came down with the ball, but let's wait for the call. The Eagles have it.
If they weren't happy with the return team before that play, they're furious with it right now. Rashard Lee given an opportunity to return the kick, and he just had it stripped right out of his hands.
Incomplete, and Franks was walloped by Dawkins. 13th play of the drive. Favre, end zone. Lee, intercepted. Michael Lewis. Interception number 18 thrown by Brett.
Defensive coordinator, he was with the Dolphins. He was aware of him, and he's going to talk to staff into bringing him in.
Second down and 7. Pump fake, and over the middle. The pass is complete to Gatto. The ball comes out. It's ruled a fumble, and Dawkins takes it. As it stands right now, it's a fumble, and it belongs to Philadelphia on the Green Bay side of midfield.
Time were they not able to cover people, and I'm sensing that that's part of the reason why the philosophy has changed somewhat as far as Jim Johnson being much more aggressive and when he brings people.
Second down and 8. Pump fake from Favre, and he's got nowhere to go. Patterson brings him down. 3.5 sacks on the year for the rookie Mike Patterson.
Eagles defense stopped the Packers, something they've been unable to do in previous games when their own offense has scored.
Thurman takes it from inside the 10. Andre Thurman lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered. Ryan Moats, the rookie, comes away with the ball.
Wrong, because he would be in the game in this situation.
Favre sprints to his right, looks downfield, stops, airs it out. Heavy coverage in the pass, intercepted. Penalty flag comes in. It's Hood again. Ferguson, the intended receiver, and this is going to be offensive pass interference.
The outside.
Now Alexander. And Alexander, no stranger to the end zone, gets forced out of bounds at the 8-yard line by Mark Sim. But the call should have been against Trotter. That was the flag. 1st and goal, ball to the 3. Alexander to the outside. He can't get out of the backfield. That's Brian Dawkins stopping him. So the Philadelphia offense has still not been on the field. We're 7 minutes into the game. They've run 14 plays, but keep in mind, Seattle is number 1 in yards per game in the league. The Eagles defense 24th.
You know, you have a guy like Brian Dawkins up there at the line of scrimmage. He makes a lot of plays. He can be back and play as a safety, but he can get up on the line of scrimmage and play as well or better than a linebacker. And he just did on that last play.
2nd and goal. They have Jaravicius split to the left. They're going to give the ball to Alexander. He's going to spin around. And I don't know where he was going to go, but he goes nowhere because the Eagles break through and Quentin Michael is in the backfield. So they're back at the 12-yard.
Tries to throw. Pass interference on Sheldon Brown. Eagles jumping around. Are they coming? Back goes Manning. Here comes the blitz. Dawkins grabs him, slings him. He tries to throw it away. It should be intentional grounding. It should be the way he threw it away, but they're going to blow it dead and call it way back at the ball. They give it again. The Eagles stack them up. Still no call. Still no call. Very close down to the goal line. I don't think he got in. They are unpiling. There has been no indication that he got in. And that will bring motion. Manning's back. Manning looks. Manning fires. Intercepted! Intercepted by Sheldon Brown! Eagles have the football outside the 40 as Sheldon Brown skies and comes down with the ball. A talented Eli Manning, but an inaccurate Eli Manning, giving the defense an opportunity, and Sheldon Brown comes up with a big pick. His 3rd interception. It's the snap. He's back. He's looking, firing, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Michael Lewis. And across the 35. And Michael Lewis with the 2nd pick in the 4th quarter. And the Eagles, with 29 seconds to go in the 4th quarter, have a shot to go downfield and win the game to the center. Puts Jockey in motion. Takes the snap. Here comes the rush. He fires, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Brian Dawkins. And the Eagles take possession. The ball was deflected into the hands of
Marshall Faulk is going to be your hot look. Look for him. And you saw how quick Brian got Faulk the ball.
Steven Jackson back in at running back. Isaac Bruce motions. It's Jackson. Not much of a hole. They pull him back. Hard. Mike Patterson, the rookie out of USC, who has been starting the last couple of games.
Staffs, no matter which ones were there.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick wants to go deep. Overthrows Bonamaleula, and it's picked off. Brian Dawkins on the return. Dawkins inside the 30. And Joe Vitt needs to check his checklist. He put 3 passes in a row in. 2 were incomplete, and 1 is intercepted. They are 14 for 18 on 4th down conversion. Hedgecock is wide left. Faulk is stopped. The Eagles stop him short. Room for a loss. Great play by Dhani Jones and Jeremiah Trotter.
A run blitz. They stacked it up inside, and they were going to give him the pass. They said, "Well, go ahead."
Isaac Bruce is back in. 4 wide receivers. With Arlen Harris.
Here comes the blitz.
Martin throws in. It's almost intercepted. It's incomplete. Dawkins had it fall through his hands, but the Eagles take over, and they will put this one away.
Formation. The quick hitter outside, Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald going to be about 2 or 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Count and Warner through the course of the year.
21 catches on the year for Bergen. They'll go to the run. Met in the backfield immediately. Mike Patterson, the 1st-round pick out of SC.
Scrappy little dude out there, isn't he? Rod Hood, not very big, but it's a guy that didn't even go to the combine for the NFL. Came in as an undrafted free agent and hasn't looked back.
3rd down and 8. Plenty of time. Pressure, sack. Javon Curse with 7.5 sacks now on the season. And that'll bring on the field goal attempt. 2nd down and 7. Bergen in motion. Bolden trying to get around the outside. At first, it looked like it might have been a trick play. Bolden has thrown the ball. But he got
his back. He's going to get some run out there in the free agent market, as will Kurt Warner.
3rd down and 11. Pressure, sack, fumble. Recovered by Arizona. Oliver Ross got on it.
And the running back must go with 5 8-inch spikes. No exceptions.
2nd down and 7. Thanks, Pam. Handoff is to Portis, and he is wrapped up and brought down by Michael Lewis. No gain. That'll bring up 3rd win tonight.
Carolina won big, and imagine the emotional roller coaster they're going through right now.
It's 3rd down and 7. Brunell in trouble, and down he goes back at the 10. Walker was the first guy there. Rayburn was there along with Trent Cole. Remaining, we'll see how aggressive the Redskins want to be down by 7. 26 seconds and counting left in the half. Brunell's going to air it out. Thrash the intended receiver, and it's picked off by Hood. Roderick Hood with the interception, and the Eagles take it right back.
Well, Washington comes back with the exact same running game, and for him to come out this year and have the year that he had has been very impressive.
Portis gets it on a toss, trying to outrun Thomas, and he can't. Jaquay Thomas showing some serious speed to get out there and drag down Portis, who's injured. They've scored 14 points off turnovers today. Clinton Portis lost a yard.